here's the good news. The good news is we scored 5 goals. Our power play was clicking. We had some face-off success, all the things that we're practicing. The bad news is, it was the details, a few details. We ran a power play at the end of the second period. That was a little tough, and we let up a goal there, and that always hurts at the end of a period. And then we had that, costly turnover where, they scored 2 goals essentially, one on the PK, one on the power play, and one right off the play. So, a couple of those things could have been dialed in better. We talked about it, but we're choosing to take this as a lesson as a young team in a game that's in a qualifier round in a short-term competition. And we're happy it happened now and not later on. So, we're learning. We're a learning team, and I'm still proud of these guys, how they competed, how they played, and we're coming. We're coming.
So we'll open things up to questions. So just jump in if you have a question and make sure you're unmuted.
Hi, it's Manny Barata from Pro Sports Podcasters. Coach, just a quick question. After the tying goal, did you at any point consider calling the timeout to sit down and reassess with the team?
We talked about it a little bit, but, it wasn't a situation where everyone just lost focus. It was one play. The kids they knew it. We knew it. We kind of talked on the bench. We also had TV timeouts that we talked to. You don't really need those timeouts. And I didn't know whether we were going to need it really close up down the stretch. Like what if we had a power play? We might have had to call a face-off strategy or something. So, it is what it is. I'm a little bit of a timeout saver. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit of a hoarder of a timeout. So we thought about it. Me and Lisa kind of looked at each other. By the way, I have to tell you guys, I give my hats off to Lisa Haley and Spiros Anastas, our 2 coaches who are working diligently long into the night to help break down film and to help teach these guys. We've been on Zoom meetings at night and during the day this morning, and we even do this all together. So our coaching staff is really working hard on behalf of the Toronto Six to make sure these guys are looked after.
I'll jump in. Hi, Digit. It's Meredith from the Leafs Nation. And I have a colleague with me today who's going to ask some different questions, but I just want to actually focus a little bit again on more of the impact of the game and not necessarily the game itself. I actually took to Twitter while we were waiting to start and asked other Six fans if they had any questions they wanted me to ask, and the resounding response was, can you tell whoever's on the Zoom press call that we're all with them, we're all rooting for them, they have so many fans here, this is so exciting for us. Like, even again, obviously the outcome would have been better if it had gone the other way, but it was such a strong game for most of the game, and people were so excited and so into it. So I guess it's less of a question and more of just sharing that with you, because I'm going to let Nick ask a couple questions today, but this just continues to be so exciting for Toronto hockey fans, especially women. My 4-year-old daughter watched with me today. She kept saying, "Stop screaming, Mama! Stop screaming!" So this is just really, really meaningful for so many people, and I hope that that continues to drive the team to know that we are here rooting you on. I have a whole bunch of female sports fans who ordered sweatshirts today, and today built on so much of the good that we saw yesterday, that we all know you're just going to keep doing that.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Meredith. Thank you for saying that, because in a tough loss, it's really hard to swallow, what happened today, but I'd really like the 2 players to comment on that, because it must mean something to them.
Yeah, that it means so much just to know that we have all these fans back home, and just let them know that we're going to do our very best to bring home this welcome.
Yeah, I coach a bunch of young girls back home, and the messages and the social media posts that they've had it's my ego is a little big right now. They're super supportive, and to see that our play is reaching the next generation is awesome. That's our goal. We're not doing this so much for us as for the next generation of girls out there. So to know that it's spreading far and wide is so nice to hear.
Hey, we gained 2,000 Twitter followers after the first game. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And we had the most watched viewers. We had like almost 8,000, I think.
No, it was 40,000.
No, 40,000 was
It was,
all.
yeah, no, it was 8,000 live and then 40,000 with the replays.
Yeah.
Oh, 40,000
Yeah.
with the replay.
Yeah, it was incredible. Real
Okay.
amazing numbers.
No, I'm talking about Twitch.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right, I'll hop in here. Justin Levine from Toronto 6
can't hear.
Media. Again, thank you guys so much for doing this. Digit, I'll start with you. Let's focus on the positives in this one, despite the negative outcome. And one of those I want to talk about is sitting right alongside you. BWB had a pair of goals. Meanwhile, Boquist had 3 assists. And again, Breanne almost scored again in shootout. And then yesterday just missed a goal. So, you know, Breanne, and you can hear me when I say this, you're wasting absolutely no time here with the Toronto 6, making the most of the experience. And so can you talk about the asset that Breanne is while she sits next to you and listens?
You guys talking about how much of an asset they were.
Well, where do I begin? Actually, you know, Bree and I, we talked on the phone when I recruited her. And then the first practice, I came up to her and I go, you know, I'm going to play the blank out of you when you come to the 6, because I knew it. And she's just a very tenacious player. And if you see the energy she plays with, she just like crashes into the boards and like, you know, makes herself big so the puck can come out of the zone, and the energy that she brings, and it rubs off on the line. Like her, Marcuzzi, and Mac were one of the lines that were together. And then we split them up, and then they were called the red line. So we said we needed the love line back together, and they're playing, and they play hard, and they play fast. And I mean, it's just awesome. I just, you know, I kind of gave her a hard time because she didn't score in overtime. I mean, come on, you can't get the hat trick. Like, what's wrong with you? No, but she's awesome. Love having her on our team. And something I'm going to tell you. Yeah. And you guys probably don't know this, but she's a type 1 diabetic, and she has to shoot herself with needles. So she's tough as nails. And that's another reason why I love her. So anyways, she's awesome. And I also love Greco too,
Right.
but she didn't score as many goals.
And Breanne, I'll ask you, what's the experience been like with the Toronto 6 so far through these first 2 games? And then, never mind that, but all the practices with Toronto leading up to this.
Yeah, it's been awesome so far. I mean, I wish we could have spent more time all together and built some more chemistry, but we are completely a team, and we're going through all those things right now, some adversity. But I love each and every one of my teammates. It's just such a fun environment to be in, and Digit's been so awesome at keeping things light and making sure that we have fun, and she's getting the most out of us by doing that. I know a lot of girls might not react well to being yelled at, and Digit understands that. She's an awesome head coach, and I can't say enough good things about the other coaching staff. They work with us tirelessly on systems and all kinds of things, like video. We do Zoom calls all together, and it's just been such a fun experience. And we feel like professional athletes, and it's been such an awesome experience. They've given us swag, and we got a fancy coach bus, and we are truly professional athletes. And I mean, I can't say that enough, that they've done such an awesome job at putting this bubble together, and I'm so grateful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'll jump in now. Hi, my name is Nick Barden. I'm from the Leafs Nation.
Hi, Nick.
This is for Digit. You guys had 40 shots last game, and then coming into this game, you finished it with 37. What was said after last game about just getting pucks to the net and scoring, and then you guys coming into this game, getting a lot of shots, and then finally scoring your first goal as a hockey club?
I think we focused on getting quality shots, inside the paint of the other team, because what we were doing was we were getting a lot of shots yesterday, but they were outside the dots. They were just kind of from the point, no traffic in front. So we focused a lot on having a net front presence, but also to have the middle lane drive so you could get traffic in front of the goalie. And what ended up happening, which was awesome, was as that middle lane drive was happening with our forwards just having high energy, Minnesota was like, holy crap, and they had to, haul us down. So we got we got a lot of power plays out of it. So, you know, it's just, again, our coaches watching video, suggesting the game plan, us working together on it, articulating the message to the players, but the players executing, you know, what we wanted them to. So it was an all-out team effort, and that's why I'm really focusing on the positive here, because there were just so many positive things. Like the weak side breakout, everything that we asked them to do, the players did.
I just had one more. For a team that's still working on finding their way together, does so much special teams sort of hurt, or does it make the chemistry kind of better?
Well, the way that I usually structure my lines as a coach anyways is usually a couple of power play units play together anyways. And we ended up putting a fourth forward on both power plays. We got Bree, because, you know, you need to find the rhythm of the best players playing together. And sometimes it might be 4 forwards and a D, right? And she's on the red line, so it magically can, you know, marinate, because then you have the red line together. And then we put Tatum, who's on the gray line, at the top of the point for the other power play. So it really doesn't create any dissension or anything, because we get in the rhythm. And also we practice power play ad nauseum in regular practice, because I'm a huge fan of special teams. Special teams, if you can't score a goal 5-on-4, right, then you shouldn't win the game. You have to score at least one power play goal a game, because you have one more player, right? So that's kind of how I think about it when I'm coaching the kids, and they get a kick out of it.
All right, thank you.
I'm glad you're smiling, Justin.
Trying to. I mean, look, you guys played an excellent game again today, and we're winning for most of it. So, you know, with that being said, since you said that, can I ask one more question? Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Let's take a look at the goaltenders. Digit, Ridgewell looked strong early on. So did the defense, keeping Minnesota off the board. So how would you evaluate Ridgewell's performance, especially when you compare it to that of the reigning Cup champions who pulled Levier from the net early on?
Yeah, I think, you know, we'll talk with the coaches. We'll review the goals, right? Because, you know, and in the moment, you know, it could look like, you know, a goalie's not doing well and she could be great, or she's great, she's not doing well. The tape doesn't lie, right? So we'll look at the tape, and then we'll decide based on for me, it's always usually a gut, you know, who's going to play better. I mean, Chuli right now has more experience. You know, I always have my hat off to experience, but we'll see.
All right, thank you.
Do we have any final questions for Digit or either of the players?
I have a comment if no one else has any questions.
Go for it, Digit.
And I'm going to be very brief, but I'm going to say, like I said in all the press conferences we're in, thank you, media, for covering us, because without you guys, no one even knows we exist. If a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it, does it make a sound? You guys are a huge part of us, and we're a huge part of you. So thank you for being here. And sorry we didn't win. We're going to do better for Toronto. We promise. We're coming at you. That's it. And thanks, guys. These guys are the best. Oh, don't touch COVID. Sorry.
Perfect. Well, thank you, everyone.